So quite a bit has happened since I last posted a video, so I thought I'd give you a quick update on what's new with the 40 Ford. So the motor is now in the frame, and I got front suspension and front wheels on. Out back there it's just sitting on some little posts with wheels on it. I'm still figuring out what to do with the rear suspension. So on the front, I had quite some challenges. First of all, with the suspension. So this is basically a Mustang 2 setup, and let me move this out of the way. So this is basically a Mustang 2 setup with upper, lower stock control arms, V6 springs, but a 2-inch drop spindle. So when I first put this together with my other springs, I had a problem. Maybe I'll put a picture in here, where the top of the spindle was hitting the upper control arm, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get the wheels to turn. It was just too tight. So we put the motor in and still couldn't turn the wheels. It was still too tight there. So in the end, what we did was I got another set of springs for my friend Dennis and cut one coil out, put it all back together, and now everything works perfectly. Well, almost perfectly. The motor causes some other issues. So we had it all mounted in a really nice spot, looked great, sitting all back where it should be. And then I thought, before we weld that in permanently, because we'd made up some motor mounts, but I thought before we weld that in permanently, I'm going to do some double checking, just measurements and things like that to see if it's in the right spot. Anyhow, it wasn't. And unfortunately, when I came in the next day to basically pull it out and put it in the correct spot where it is now, my friend Steve had welded in the mounts in the incorrect spot. So I have a lot of places where I had to do some grinding and cutting to take those old mounts out. Well, the new mounts are biscuit type, which this engine did have originally. So this engine did go in this frame originally. The guy I bought it from, I got the frame and the motor from him. So these are the mounts that he used. And the one on this side is slightly further ahead, and the reason is for the steering. I don't know if you can see that, but then so now I can run a steering from the rack up to the column. So you got those all welded in, very solid, ground off a bit, but I still got to clean them up some more. So anyways, we did that because we found that this is where the firewall comes to. And originally I would have had about the, partway through here. Anyways, so I can't do anything with regards to the transmission mount until I get rear end in there, so I can set up all the angles correctly. Anyways, that's an update.